Man, so look, let me tell y'all something that always breaks my heart, right? It be the homeless for me gets to me. I hate to see people that way, no matter how they had to get that way. I'm not really big on seeing the homeless out. Like, it's hard for me to pass them without giving something. I don't care if it's my last. And what's really crazy is, so I just pull up to the red light. It was red light for about 3-4 minutes, a long red light. And it's a line of people. I mean, I'm seeing luxury cars and everything, okay? So it's this young lady. And what's crazy is this the youngest person I ever seen, whether they was freelancing or, from state to state, or homeless, or choosing to live off the land, or whatever the case may be. It's the first time I ever seen somebody look this young. And she was pretty. You know what I'm saying? But she was, she had the dog and everything. She was dressed and all this and that. But it looked like she had a guy over there. They might have been a couple, but they was young. She couldn't have been no older than like 22, maybe 25 at the most. You know what I'm saying? And kind of dressed like, like somebody trying to keep warm and stuff of that nature right there. Some backpack and everything. So, but I'm like, at that age, and you happen to do this, that shit, it triggers me a different type of way. I can't really ride past homeless people without giving. Like, I will give my last. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's weird for me. That's hard for me to do. I cannot not help. It's like in my DNA to help. And I feel some type of way if I don't. And one big thing is I also learned that from my wife, because my wife, she's a very sensitive woman, and if she sees homeless, sometimes she cries. I mean, because she hates to see people in that circumstance, or of that where they at in life at that point in time. That's why it's such a big thing that me and her try to become successful and create a homeless shelter for people, to have a place to go, and we help them get on their feet, and then they could try to further on their job, and we could try to help assist them in housing or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? The next level for them once they get themselves together. I hate when people try to judge them and say what they would do with the money or what they would do. Listen, either you're gonna give or you're not. I was giving to a homeless person one time, and another person was there and was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna give you the money, but I'll take you to get something to eat," which is all fine and dandy, but he has kids. And I try not to take the superhero from the father or the mother. They already happening to feel like they're at their lowest, asking. So I'm not going to strip that out of their hands. I feel like if you got to do all that, just don't even give. Unless that's your only way to give is to do it like that. But other than that, I don't care. Because they like, well, this person was like, well, I don't want them to waste my money. I don't know where they might be trying to go get a drink or something. It ain't about that. If it's from the heart, you're not watching to see where the money goes. You give, and if they don't do what's right, then that's on them. But for the most part, if you're gonna give, you go ahead and give, and you don't try to manage where the money or watch where the money goes. That's not my game. That's not what I'm in it for. If I give, I will hope that you do the right thing. You feed yourself, or it might be cold. That drink to keep your body warm might be actually needed, to keep you warm. So, and a lot of people try to sip away a little, some of their problems. Man, I don't care. Like, if I feel like that's what I give to help, that's what I give. But don't try to give someone something and then try to or try to take them to spend it like they're not gonna do what they're supposed to do. They already at their lowest point. Feel what I'm saying? Like, don't make them lower. You understand what I'm saying? Anything can happen to anybody. I can lose everything I work for tomorrow, and I can be in that same position. And do you know the humility, or how low I would have to feel, how low I would feel doing that to save my family or to make sure they had a meal? But I would definitely do it to make sure they had a meal. They could be out here robbing and selling drugs or whatever to try to get back on their feet, but they choosing that route. Understand what I'm saying? So, man, listen, if you're gonna be a person with a heart and you're gonna help, just do that. Don't do all this other stuff, man, that make them people feel some type of way. You know, that's just for me. That's just how I feel. I know one day I'm going to be blessed, very, very blessed, to do this. I'm shooting for it now. You know, my whole thing this year is to make $1 million. It's far-fetched, but it's not far-fetched. So that's my whole thing. That $1 million will go a long way in assisting and helping people. You know what I'm saying? I want to create something. And I don't have the support of a lot of people that I felt like I should, and that's perfectly fine. I'm cool with that. I'd rather do it on my own. You know what I'm saying? If I could do it collectively, that would be okay. But since I can't, I'm not going to worry about it. But just, man, the world is big enough to spread love. That's all I'm saying. You ain't got to be evil about it. If you see somebody and you can't, I don't care if it's 50 cents to $1. You know what I mean? You know, 50 cents times 100 people that day, you know what they can do for somebody? You know what I'm saying? Just take it in consideration. You can't stop all the time. I understand that. You got stuff to do, and you got your own bills and stuff like that to take care of. But if you ever fortunate enough to do that, you know what I'm saying? Look out. It'll come back. God will bless you for it. Oh, by the way, real quick, I did get away from me sitting in a line of luxury cars. Anyway, all these cars, and nobody gave that young lady a dime. You know what I'm saying? From the line that I was in, but me. And I'm like, man, you know, not even $1. I get it, but I'm just like, damn, you know, you never know somebody else's financial situation, but $1. Come on, man. Do you know how far you can go with social media? That's one thing that I hope all my social media platforms explode, you know what I'm saying, with followers and, you know, viewers, because I feel like if it explodes and it hits a certain level, then I can, you know, I have finances coming in from everywhere to where I can actually get this homeless shelter built, and, you know what I'm saying, help with some better lives and better people, you know, help people get better off, and it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Trust me. It's coming. It's coming. Anyway, y'all make sure to follow, man.